There's one burning question behind all these micro-documentaries, and in the 1890s it was known as the woman question. And in Germany you had philosophers like Friedrich Nietzsche who thought that women were complete deceivers because they would adapt themselves according to whatever they thought men wanted of them. Frank Wedekind actually satirizes this in his play Castle Wetterstein.
Women are actresses by nature, because no woman can keep a man happy by being sincere.
And actresses were completely despicable because on the one hand they were natural deceivers, and on the other hand they were professional liars, so you couldn't trust a word they said. Wedekind was actually something of a feminist because he created these incredibly liberated roles for women. So on the one hand, you have the sexually curious adolescent Wendler in Spring Awakening. On the other, you have the highly liberated Lulu. And these characters were known as new women. And because the theatre is such a great public arena for addressing these contemporary issues, it also gave the actresses of the day a fabulous forum in which to express their own personal liberation. The woman question was very complicated. There was another very outspoken philosopher at the time, an Austrian called Otto Weininger, and he believed that men feared women more than anything else in the world. For Weininger, women represented the tempting abyss of nothingness. In fact, he went so far as to say women don't have any real qualities. They're so full of deception and lies. There's no truth in them. They're just full of meaninglessness. They are nobody. And what do you do with the thing you fear most? You try and destroy it. And what if you can't destroy it? Then you try to control it. Yet despite being a public feminist, Frank controlled Tilly. He took care of all the finances. He weighed and measured her body. He decided which roles she could play, all of them, the ones that he had written, by the way. He trained her in those roles, and it should be noted that he was known to have various riding crops on the wall of his study. And despite being a feisty independent, Tilly argues that she did all she could to be an ideal wife. So what does the woman question have to do with us today? Well, here's a few thoughts for starters. Interestingly, Rachel Snyder wrote in 2019, an uncomfortable misogyny is creeping into areas that had, until now, seemed fully resolved to the idea of women's equality. We are leaping backwards at an obscene pace. We got to do something about this. And because theatre is still such a public live forum, it still has the power to do something. Tilly Nobody celebrates theatre's ability to ask the woman question and strives to leap forwards as irresistibly as it can.